Let's do it. You're an angel. The time has come to stand and be strong. It's a sad history, living in a big story. That is the mystery. There's no way now of knowing about what tomorrow holds for me. So I'll just keep moving on, living till the moment's gone. Forever just me, my mission.
Ghost towns dot Kanto's great desert landscape. These villages are relics, the only remnants of ancient civilizations. They contain valuable natural resources and priceless artifacts that were left behind. A mound of goods as proof of life. Nowadays, people come to these towns simply to loot and cause destruction. In an attempt to bring some order to these forgotten outposts, each is numbered in the order that they were discovered and subsequently discarded. During excavations, each ghost town is named after the individual or team that first finds it, providing bragging rights to those who conquer the unknown.
We found one! An unmapped ghost town.
So, it was here after all. Break out the booze, boys. This calls for a celebration.
Check this sucker out. It's aluminum. I found titanium here. This is incredible. Just imagine what we'll find below the surface.
Hell yeah! This is virgin territory, Kazuka.
Gentlemen, we've discovered the 85th ghost town to date.
It had been 20 years since Ghost Town 84 had been unearthed. Since then, no new discoveries had yielded so much as a fossil. These three men had made the biggest discovery in a generation.
Then, of course, we got shit canned. I ran for my life that day and eventually passed through the town gates. The Guardian stopped at the threshold, not daring to venture past the outer walls. Why? I have no idea. But I do know I was lucky to have been spared. From those ruins, I only left with my life and a hallowed relic. I had lost everything that day. My two friends and colleagues I had trusted my life with for many years. That was a decade ago, but it seems like yesterday. It changed me in ways you couldn't understand.
I had no idea it was that long ago.
Now, you said that you found an artifact in the ruins. What was it?
A deteriorated computer hard drive from the Dark Ages. After cleaning it out and tinkering with it for a few days, I found the time-worn Game of Living on it.
I knew it!
There were plenty more just like it, but I didn't have time to grab them.
What?! A room with tons of moneymakers like the Game of Living?
Plenty more just like it.
That game alone is worth 10 million yen.
Time to cash in on that stuff, baby!
I remember that room being in the basement of the tallest tower, but then again I may be wrong. It has been a decade since I've been there. 5 of those years I spent building my company from the ground up and distributing the Game of Living. The other 5 years I've spent pursuing him. Yet in those 5 years, I've made no progress towards my goal. I've started to believe that killing him is impossible.
So all we need to do is kill the Guardian to get the treasure? I mean, it's not like we have to excavate the site. We already know where the goods are located. It's so simple. It's like we already have the money in our pockets. Right.
10 million, 10 million, 10 million yen!
But doesn't that mean we'd have to fight it out with that gigantic monster?
You can take him, babe. It shouldn't be too hard since your Kanto Desert's #1.
You better believe it, sweetheart. Just wait, I'll tear him a new one.
Come on!
Okay, then it's settled. We should get started soon, but let's take a break. My boobs are all sweaty. I need to cool down first. I'm gonna get some rest over here. That's better.
I despise that filthy trick.
No peeping allowed, boys.
You heard what the broad said, old man. No peeping.
I'm not trying to sneak a peek, kid. I'm merely keeping track. Last thing I want is information about my treasure being leaked to the world.
That's some smart thinking.
You expect me to buy that stool?
You'd be smart if you did the same thing. If she betrays me, the 10 million yen deal is off. It's all in the contract if you read it, kid. Go ahead and stew if it makes you feel better. As for Junko, I'll handle her. You two start dinner. We need to eat soon. Let's see, baby cakes. Where are you? You can't hide.
I just don't trust that old man.
Master, I kind of have a theory I want to run by you. Well, I have my doubts that the old man is really after the treasure.
Why's that?
He knows how deadly the Guardian is, and it already killed his friends. It seems too dangerous to go after that treasure.
So, what is it that you're getting at?
Well, I think it could be for revenge.
That's a terrible theory. Who the hell would spend 5 years on revenge?
But weren't you even listening to him before? His two closest friends were slaughtered by the Guardian, and he barely escaped himself. Plus, the guy's a loner. I think someone like him gets a friend once every 50 years if he's lucky. I know if I were in his shoes, I'd want revenge more than anything. Can't you see that?
You've put a lot of thought into this, haven't you? Lay it out.
Seeing as I'm not going to get a dime of the 10 million yen reward, I'm able to be objective about the whole thing.
I've noticed you're pretty touchy when Junko is around. I get the feeling you don't like her.
No crap.
Jealous man?
I cannot believe you just said that! What do you take me for? That may be the stupidest thing you've ever said! I can't stand how women like her can use a couple of hanging lumps of flab to get what they want! She has no redeeming qualities other than her bra size! It's so stupid! I hate girls like that!
You brat. What the?
It has started.
Look at all of them! Are they pirates or something?
This all feels off. The Guardian!
Hey, Master, look who it is!
What the? Oh, that Skag! That two-timing Skag!
Junko, I was wondering where she ran off to.
What's she doing down there? I thought she was with us!
Betrayal's all she knows. She's been pulling this job on us for a while. I bet some rival interest hired her when they heard the legendary treasure hunter was up to something. That skank will pay. This is it! The first new discovery in this desert in over 30 years, and she's trying to steal it for herself. But there ain't no way I'm gonna let that happen!
What a load of crap! I'm gonna tear her to shreds!
I'm watching you, old man.
What are we gonna do?
Let the Guardian take care of the soldiers while we swipe the goods.
Nice, Chief!
That kid. I thought he looked familiar. It's those eyes of his, like a glint of light off the steel of a sharp knife. Part of me doesn't want to trust him, but perhaps that's just what is necessary to slay the vicious and merciless Guardian.
What is that? A monster?
He's fast!
Keep holding it back! I need more time!
Oh, got you now!
Did we get him?
for a more perfect diversion. Whoa, that's the...
Hold up!
Huh?
Hand it over, Sluts McBoob!
Sorry, but I'm no slut, little girl. And this artifact here is nothing. There's plenty more where it came from, so why don't you just calm down and...
Shut up, traitor!
You have a lot to learn, kiddo. It was clearly written in my contract that I could leave at any time I wanted, and I chose to exercise that option.
Whatever.
If I said I wouldn't hand it over, what would you do? Shoot me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have what it takes, Kasuna. Trust me, you're gonna need a certain level of consciousness in order to kill me in cold blood. Do this and you're finished. You're such a cutie pie.
There, you happy? Now hand it over!
If you want it, you'll have to come and get it.
Give it to me before I pop those balloons
Not
of
gonna
yours!
happen.
Come on,
This
give
game
it,
is
give
over,
it!
kid. You should never throw down your weapon, no matter what someone says to you. Does it hurt? Too bad, kid. I'm willing to do whatever I have to do to complete my objectives. Some advice? Unnecessary thoughts will get you killed. You can consider us even now, doll. Ciao.
You are one pathetic apprentice. Looks like we finally managed to kill them all. With enough cold hard cash, anyone can buy all kinds of help. Yet that old man took 5 years. Of course it wasn't for revenge. I didn't quite get it at first, but I see it now. Hey, you over there! What are you fighting for? Do you even remember? There's no one left to appreciate your abilities and order you around. Now come and get it! You're an amazing specimen! I have to hand it to you. You're really something else. But this is the end!
Damn, I thought for sure we'd get him this time. I'd better not have to wait another 5 years.
That won't be necessary.
Huh? You're still alive. But I see you're without the treasure, so I guess that means you failed.
Give me a break, old man. This was your objective all along, right? There's no need to be afraid. He's as dead as a doornail.
Are you serious? Are you absolutely positive he's dead?
Of course I am. I got him good, see? I guess you could say I dealt the final blow.
Do you have any idea what it is you're sitting on?
Oh, well, kind of.
Kind of, huh? And you figured this was more valuable than the treasures found in the ruins basement. Did you really believe that I would want this before a lifetime of wealth?
What, am I wrong?
You really are a spiteful kid. I bet you don't have many friends, do you?
I have business associates.
I'm not kidding.
As a freelance mercenary, you hear all kinds of rumors and old stories. For instance, toward the end of the Dark Ages, instead of using humans to fight wars, soldiers were manufactured. Each one of these soldiers had the strength of 100 men, and their dominance eventually led to the demise of civilization. Now, I don't know how true that story was, but when I saw the Guardian fighting that army, I thought the other treasures paled in comparison. Defeating one of his kind wasn't too difficult. Most of his tactics were textbook, but I can only imagine the destructive force an entire squad of them could have. Now be honest with me, old man. You've spent the last 5 years testing the Guardian, right? To see if there's a market for this nowadays?
In the last 5 years, I've worked in complete secrecy. Not even my son or my company knew what I was doing. Look, kid. Just look at him. Battered by the sun and sand, and even able to endure the heat from his own blasts, he has survived the last decade on his own. His clothes are burnt and stuck to his body, his armor pitted from countless gun battles. All this without any maintenance, no repairs. He's a perfect machine. Add in that he was most likely inactive for hundreds of years, so he probably wasn't even operating at 100%. And still he managed to display shocking abilities at fighting. His capacity for growth is endless, and the money to be made, boundless.
Scary.
That's right, kid.
I'm talking about you. For the last 5 years, you've been stringing along people like me to battle him, getting others to do your dirty work. How many men have died doing this? Tell me.
It's a small price to pay. Think about the money here. You know the world we live in. What group wouldn't want an army at their disposal? They'll pay out the wazoo.
Oh, hells yeah! That's awesome!
No unnecessary thoughts. No unnecessary thoughts. No unnecessary thoughts. No unnecessary thoughts.
Watch where you're shooting that thing!
No unnecessary thoughts. No unnecessary thoughts.
Persistent little brat!
No unnecessary thoughts.
Damn.
Don't move.
You're pretty good, kid. So why didn't you kill me?
Because there's no need to. We're even now. Take off your clothes. I'm taking you to my master.
I lost it to a kid! Damn it! Ugh, I'm such an idiot! I should have killed you when I had the chance, you annoying little pissant!
Keep your hands where I can see them.
Yeah, I understand.
I said strip.
Wow.
Evening, boys.
I wasn't sure where she hid her weapon, so I just had her stripped down for you, Master.
Well, what do we have here? A nice little... damn you, Junko! You filthy traitor!
I'm sorry!
Excellent work, Kasuna. You finally proved yourself to be a worthy student.
Thanks. All I had to do was avoid unnecessary thoughts, sir.
And you did well. Now then. That robot I killed will be worth millions, but it's a threat to the Oasis government. I can assure you, if they find out about this, it will be the end of your company. They would go out of their way to silence each and every one of us for what we've seen here. If we make it look like an accident and kill you right now, then the rest of us will be spared. That way, at least we could recoup our costs.
If you were planning to do this all along, I don't see the point in killing the Guardian. Why must we both die in the end?
A job's a job. Besides, it's no fun if I can't collect on the 10 million yen.
You're not going to kill me.
Maybe not now, but we'll see what happens if you come after me down the line wanting your money. Believe it or not, there are plenty of people that want me dead. If you come after me, I won't hold back against you or your robot army. However, you should know that I have never, in my life, broken a confidentiality agreement in my contract, and I've never snitched under any circumstances, even torture. Not that I expect the most legendary treasure hunter in all of Kanto to believe a scumbag mercenary like me, but I'm a professional, and that's what keeps me in business.
Okay.
Question.
Go ahead, kiddo.
You plan on making lots of these robots and selling them, right?
Precisely.
But I heard that those robots were the cause for the last civilization almost going extinct.
So what are you getting at?
Well, after you make your millions selling them, what if the robots really do bring mankind to extinction? Is it worth the risk?
If that's all it takes to wipe the human race off this planet, then the sooner it happens, the less suffering there will be.
You're nuts!
After the demise of the Dark Ages, treasure hunters like myself began venturing into this hellish desert to find a better way of life, or at least something worth living for. As years progressed and more wealth was unearthed, people began to flock here. Wells were dug and towns started forming. Eventually it grew into some oases. That's why the Oasis government, which are just a bunch of Johnny-come-latelys who profess a false safety for this land, collect taxes and make the rules to suit their own needs. They couldn't care less about the people. As long as they turn a profit, anything goes. I hate them for that.
So your plan all along was to bring down the government?
Just give me another 10 years. This desert will look completely different.
We'll see. Hey, you're still gonna pay me to keep my mouth shut, right?
Listen good, kiddo.
Okay?
You'll be getting 10 million yen as well. You did your part to earn it, so I'm giving you Junko's share. You deserve it, kid. You did a great job.
Oh, come on!
Shut up! Prisoner no talkie-talkie. Just be happy we didn't leave you in a ditch for the vultures, okay?
You mean you're not gonna kill her?
What would I do with a dead chick?
But she sided with the enemy! You can't let her get away with that!
Kanta, if you're still alive in 10 years, why don't you look me up? I'll hire you.
I don't know. By then, who's to say you won't be my enemy?
That kid, I admire that steely look in his eyes. He's a tough one, that's for sure. It's the same thing I used to see in the mirror when I was his age.
And with that, yet another nightmare from the Dark Ages made a step closer to reviving itself. Do these idiots ever learn? Come on!
Start with one circle, add one more circle, then add one more big circle, then a raincoat blowing in the wind. Well, don't forget about the sunshade now.
His heart is blackest in the desert. His heart is
Shotgun is what he's gonna use, and then you've got yourself a Sunoco suit. He's on the run again. Just one more day and you'll see.
Start a job.
He won't stop till tomorrow comes.
He won't stop until he gets the girl. Until he gets the girl. Look at that girl.
Risking your life is what you do, what you do. It's what you do.
Yo, Desert Punk here. Looks like I'm finally gonna get to juggle some jigglers.
Congrats, kid.
Hey, get your hands off of me, you perv!
I'm not even sure we can broadcast this. Screw it. Next episode, compromising positions.
If you miss it, Punk will squeeze your